was the shooting process for you all?
Yeah, it went really well. I mean, it does take, quite a long time because, so many people are involved and there's, a lot of special effects and editing. But yeah, we're really pleased with the results, and I think this is, the best film by far out of all of them.
What's the difference between the fifth movie and the other ones for you?
Doing things was slightly different to, say, how Mike did the fourth one, because David made you think more about the characters, like what the character would be feeling for the certain scene, which is a new learning experience for quite a few of us. But it's really good in a way, because I think it brought the best out of everyone. But apart from that, it's pretty much still the same kind of atmosphere on set. Everyone's still good mates.
Did you have any difficulty during the shoot? I mean, what was your favorite scene?
I think the favourite scene, what I did, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen the film, but there's a big scene when there's a lot of fireworks going on, and our characters are involved in that quite a bit. And it was quite tough filming it at times, but it was really fun. It was almost like our own roller coaster, so we had a great time filming it.
How does it feel to be Harry Potter's first kiss?
I had a lot of fun filming with Dan when we shot the kissing scene. Everybody kept reminding us before it came up, and I got really nervous. But it went very well, and I'm very pleased. It actually lasts quite long in the film. People keep saying that, but yeah, I had a lot of fun.
And so it's the end of the book, and you got a lot of fans now from the movie, from the book, and they're really sad about it. They even have an internet website that they don't want it to be ended. What do you think about it?
It's quite strange, I suppose, because it's like I read the book when it came out, the seventh one, and there's some pretty good story. There's some pretty good things happening in there, and it's just like my friends were like I was away on holiday at the time, so I made sure that I didn't speak to anyone in case they told me what happened. So I'm not going to say what anything happens in case someone's reading it at the moment. But I thought it was really cool. But it's, like I say, it's quite surreal that it's all over now for the book side of things.
It's a risky thing to carry a book plot to the movie because it sometimes can't meet the expectations of the readers or the audience. And what do you think about Harry Potter and its risky thing to get it into a movie?
Yeah, I think it's obviously it was a bit of a risk at first, but it's taken on a whole league of its own, really. That pretty much 99% of the people we speak to love the films. They say it's absolutely fantastic. It's just like Grimmauld Place in the fifth film. It's just how they imagined reading it, and just things like that is. It's been kept to as much detail as it can be from the descriptions in the books. So it does work very well, and I think as a risk it really works well.
I'm sure you all have been through different and interesting stories in the front stage and backstage. Can you tell me any interesting stories about them? I'd like to hear you all.
I know one thing that, go back to the kiss. They didn't tell any of the other cast members when it was, because we were all like, obviously we wanted to be there and like look through the window, like, but they didn't tell us at all. So they all came back from set and oh, what did you shoot then? The kiss. No, we missed it.
How about yours?
Yeah, we used to play a bit of pranks with Rupert, who plays Ron. We used to have pranks with different departments, and one time we convinced one of the makeup girls that they had about £100 fine for a parking ticket, and we recorded it and showed it to the rest of the film, like the rest of the studios. So that was quite a mischievous thing we used to do, things like that. But
there was one scene where Dan and I had to sort of improvise our scene, and we're just kind of chatting away, and it was a scene after the Christmas holidays, and he said, he started asking me how I was, and I said, oh, fine, and how are you? And he said, oh, what kind of presents did you get? And you sort of just kind of naturally ask him back the same question. And then he said, "Oh, how's your mum and dad?" And I said, "Oh, great. How are your mum and dad?" And then we just, obviously Harry Potter's an orphan, and we didn't realise until I'd said it, and it was the funniest thing. But yeah.
It's hard to tell the difference between you two because you're twins. How can we tell you apart?
I've got shorter hair at the moment, but the main one is Oliver's actually got a mole on his top of his nose and on his neck. That's the main way people tell.
And I'm just a little bit taller.
What's the best thing you like about Cho's character? I mean, are you any different or similar with her?
I think it's hard for anyone to sort of relate to Cho's character. Maybe in the fourth film, it's easier because she's just sort of a normal schoolgirl and she has a boyfriend and she's kind of really popular with her mates and whatnot. But in the fifth one, she's mourning over her boyfriend's death, and she becomes very complex and very emotional. So unless you've sort of known somebody close to you who's died, then you can't really say you've got anything similar to her, I guess. But I think she's a sort of just a nice girl in general. And she's quite athletic. She plays Quidditch. I'm not at all. I'm really lazy, so that's not me. But yeah, we have our differences. Yeah.
Okay, these are all my questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I hope you'll enjoy here.
Sure we will. Thank you very much.